Hi everyone, welcome back to English Step by Step. Today, we're diving into an essential skill for persuasive and argumentative writing, how to write counterarguments. Let's start by understanding what a counterargument actually is. A counterargument is an opposing viewpoint or argument. Using counterarguments makes your writing more persuasive. It shows maturity, balance, and a willingness to engage with complex issues. A strong counterargument generally follows a three-step structure. 1. Acknowledge the opposing view. 2. Refute it with evidence. 3. Reaffirm your original argument. Let's look at an example. Imagine we're arguing that school uniforms improve discipline. Now, a counterargument might be, some people believe that uniforms limit students' freedom of expression. This acknowledges the opposing view. Then we move on to refute this point by providing evidence. For instance, however, studies show that uniforms can reduce distractions and help students focus on learning, which in turn promotes discipline. Finally, we reaffirm our argument. Therefore, while uniforms might seem restrictive, their benefits in promoting discipline outweigh the drawbacks. Here's a second example. Let's say we're arguing, technology in classrooms enhances learning. A counterargument could be, some people believe that technology distracts students from focusing on the teacher's instructions. Then we refute this with, however, interactive learning tools like educational apps and videos can increase engagement and make complex topics easier to understand. And reaffirm. So, despite the potential for distraction, technology is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, enhances the learning experience. For our third example, suppose you're arguing, fast food should be banned in schools. A counterargument here could be, some argue that students should have the freedom to choose what they eat. To refute, you could say, however, schools have a responsibility to promote healthy eating habits, which can reduce health risks like obesity. And finally, reaffirm. Therefore, while freedom of choice is important, prioritizing students' health by banning fast food in schools is a better option. Our fourth example is, public transport should be free for all students. A counterargument might be, some say that free public transport for students would lead to higher costs for the government. The refutation could be, however, studies show that increasing access to public transport encourages school attendance and reduces pollution by decreasing car usage. And to reaffirm, so although there is an upfront cost, the long-term social and environmental benefits make free public transport for students worthwhile. Here's example 5. Homework should be eliminated in schools. A counterargument might be, some people believe that homework helps reinforce what students learn in class. To refute, you might argue, however, studies show that excessive homework can lead to stress and burnout, which actually hinders academic performance. And reaffirm, therefore, while reinforcing learning is important, eliminating homework or limiting it could create a healthier and more effective learning environment. For our final example, we have the statement, exercise is more important than diet in maintaining health. A counterargument here could be, some argue that diet plays a crucial role in providing the nutrients needed for energy and overall health. To refute this, you might say, however, research suggests that regular physical activity not only supports weight management, but also boosts mental health and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. And reaffirm, so while a balanced diet is essential, exercise plays a more critical role in maintaining overall health. Now, let's practice. I'll give you a statement, and I want you to think of a counterargument. Here it is. Social media has a positive impact on communication skills. How could you acknowledge an opposing view and then refute it? One possible answer could be, some argue that social media actually weakens communication skills as it encourages short, informal language. However, it also enables people to communicate with others around the world, which can expand their cultural awareness and empathy. To wrap up, remember the three-step structure for a counterargument. Acknowledge, refute, reaffirm. Use respectful language, strong evidence, and always bring the focus back to your main argument. Thanks for watching. If you found this lesson helpful, make sure to subscribe to English Step by Step for more tips, and let me know in the comments what's a topic you'd like help with next.